So on our site, whenever we're talking about TakeOver and somebody has a crazy breakout performance, we call that the Alexander Wolfe performance, based
For
on,
real?
oh yes, based on WarGames, because I mean they you had been able to show so much, but that was on such a grand stage at
Mhm.
WarGames, and we saw so much of what you could do that maybe we weren't able to before. What goes through your mind after a performance like that, or leading into a performance like that? Because you are not new to the wrestling game. You've had plenty of those performances. But on this stage, there are so many people in America that got to see what Alexander Wolfe at that time could do.
First of all, thank you very much. Second of all, it's funny though because yeah, it was definitely one of my career highlights. It was not only the first time I had a chance to main event takeover with all those amazing other guys. It was the first WarGames match for NXT and so to speak for WWE, and the newer concept just got an amazing reaction. Some people hated it because they took the roof off,
Yeah.
and now like people dig it and just do not want to get the roof back. Um, in that match, actually, I just do not feel that I showed all the stuff what I could do because we took the part of we are not a wrestling group, and in the beginning of Sanity they had to tell me just hold back with the wrestling because you're too smooth. You need to be a little bit more rugged, like just instead of just grabbing a headlock, you should try to pull his eye out, something like that. So that being said, we just had Undisputed Era and AOP and Roderick Strong. So you had the wrestling team, you had like the powerhouses, but we are like we don't care. So we go down the last in the cage. You are already beaten up. So and we came up with the idea of like, hey, how about we bring the weapons in and just cause chaos with that. And in the end, it turned out great. And also, I was very nervous because like I used to train a little bit self defense with a tonfa, like with the nightstick the police
Yeah, yeah.
have, like this. So I had the idea of like I could do like one of a couple of those moves, and I know how to hit them very hard in a safe place. So I was lucky to kind of like get the jacket off and pull it out like a gun ish, because oh, it has something. Yeah, the memories on that was good, and I appreciate that a lot of fans just got behind me on that part, especially after I looked like a freaking zombie with all the blood over my head, which was a freak and lucky accident because I did not felt any pain because I was full of adrenaline. I was in the moment. I stick to the character, which gave me more adrenaline, and who can tell that he got stapled through the cage by the doctor in a WarGames match. And after
Yeah.
that, they let me continue. They didn't took me out, so I could finish the match in the parts where I've been needed. So yeah, for sure. The fun part was that I had to stay down because people saw that I continued and they kind of appreciate that and chanting my name. But it sucks when the other guys want to do something, so I had to stay a little bit down. And then in the end, after cameras went off, they kind of went nuts because I always stayed in this character. Seen from the curtain in and curtain out, I tried to be that persona all the time. So yeah, it was definitely a great match. I had great memories. And if people have seen something from me which they liked and thought, okay, he can do something, I appreciate that as well because that's the credit. In general, all of those great guys have earned in the first War Games match.
Who specifically worked on that with you guys? I know that Triple H had been a big proponent of War Games for like, gosh, for almost 20 years in
Yeah,
WWE. And I know that WWE kind of did their own with Elimination Chamber because Vince
yeah,
specifically did not want War Games. But when Triple H has control of NXT, he was happy to bring that back.
yeah. I heard he had the plans before the first Elimination Chamber, and then they created that deal. Yeah. Creatively, of course, Triple H, because in that position, he's the man for sure. That he can have his own vision, what he thinks, what he wants to do, and everything, and it speaks for itself. Because NXT is amazing, NXT UK too. So it's more like the wrestling product, which I more appreciate than the main roster stuff. Because personally, I like wrestling
Mm-hmm.
and less entertainment. But main roster is more entertainment because they want to put more butts into your seats. So it's business wise a smarter decision, I guess. but NXT has like a good balance of that. And with the WarGames match, we had the build up of the cage in the Warehouse Performance Center, and we had a chance to go in there and just spitballing ideas and just putting it together. We had everything together, and then we kind of pass it on. It goes to Triple H, and he watched it over and sees it, and blah blah blah. And the vast majority of the match was got through with like, okay, that's a good idea, because you had so many great minds in that
Yeah.
whole match. You know what I mean? You had like even like Undisputed Era, tons of experience. We had a lot of experience as well. So everybody was working so good together and just even fed ideas to each other, like, hey, you do that move, you can do this to me, we can place it right here and right there, and everything flowed so good. The only pain in the ass was the production, because we had to bring it on paper. We had it in our heads, but then we had to bring it into production. And right in the match as well, we had our like cues, and let's make that happen, and let's wait, we go over there. But then we did not plan with the replays, so that ruined a little bit the rhythm of the whole match, which you probably will not know when you watch it. Maybe now when you watch it, that was a little bit of a bummer, because we all like try to give the 100%. We want to have it perfect, picture perfect. No wrinkle, no glitch, no nothing. But yeah, but in the end, like Triple H did a large part with helping us out with like ideas in the way of like, we do not know how to transition over from here and from there, and because he and Sean are both in charge with like, they are sitting down and watching the rehearsals, and out of nowhere comes this great idea with, hey guys, try to do this and that. It's just like, instead of a left turn, do a right turn, and wow, really?
Oh,
Great, because it's a better timing, and the cameras can work better together. So it's that kind of a genius he is, and Shawn Michaels as well, because they always give you that little bit you do not know, but you need to perfect something.
yeah.
And they have the knowledge all over the years of like being on top, and pass it on to the younger guys.